Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. So, if you're new here, ensure you subscribe, like the video, comment, and share the link to your friends. So, today I'm going to talk about desperation. So, ensure you stick around, watch the video to the end, and let us see the end results. So, today I'm going to talk about desperation, as I have said. So I can say desperation is one of the strongest emotions a person can experience, and it can make a good people consider bad decisions and turn temporary problems into lifelong regrets. So today's story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, patience, integrity, and hope can lead us into a better future. So I'm going to share with you a story of someone. So let us see how it goes. So, so the old wall clock struck 8 p.m. James was still sitting outside, staring into the darkness, and his wife had just served dinner. That is their last meal. And what he served their other kids was just a thin bowl of porridge made from the last flour they had left. So she quietly skipped dinner, claiming that or pretending that she was not angry. James noticed that and he said nothing. So this for nearly 2 years, James had searched for work. Every morning he could wake up, polish his only pair of shoes, wore his faded shirt and walk away from one office to another carrying a file of certificates. But every employer gave him the same answer. We'll call you. So as weeks turned into months, the rent piled up. Bills remained unpaid. Friends who had once promised to help stopped answering his calls. Even some relatives avoided him, claiming that he would ask for money. So one afternoon, as James was seated outside a bench of a busy shopping center, an expensive black SUV stopped beside him, and a well-dressed man stepped out and smiled. He asked him, "You look like someone who needs money." James hesitated, but eventually just nodded. Sure, we all know that James needs money. So I have a simple job for you. Deliver this package to someone across downtown. Don't ask questions. You earn money that you have never earned in the last 6 months. So James looked at the envelope of cash the man held. It was enough to pay his rent, buy food, and even clear some debts. So his hands trembled. "What is inside the package?" he asked. The man laughed. "The less you know, the better." So James knew something wasn't right. As he reached to take the package, memories flooded his mind. He remembered the late mother's voice. "My son, poverty is painful, but prison is worse. Never let hunger steal your character." So James stood frozen. His stomach begged him to take the money, but his conscience begged him to walk away. So for a long moment, neither man spoke. Finally, James took a deep breath. "I'm sorry," he said. "I can't do it." The stranger's smile disappeared instantly. "You will regret this," the stranger told James. Without another word, the car sped away. So James walked on feeling defeated. He wondered if he had just thrown away the only chance his family had to survive. So days later, while listening to the radio, James heard that police have just arrested a criminal network that used unemployed people to transport illegal drugs and stolen money. And several innocent carriers had just been arrested because they claimed that they didn't know what they were carrying. So James felt chills run down his spine. That could have been him. So a week later, his phone rang. It was one of the companies where he had interviewed months earlier. Another candidate had declined the offer and they wanted James to start immediately. So the salary wasn't huge, but it was honest. Months passed. Slowly, life improved. His children returned to school. The rent was paid on time. Food returned to the table. And most importantly, James slept peacefully, knowing he had chosen integrity over desperation. So, looking back, he realized something important. That desperation whispers that there are no choices left, but character is revealed when you choose what is right, even when life is as it's at and even when life is at its hardest. Yeah. So sometimes the easiest way out becomes the longest road back. So the moral lesson here is that desperation is temporary, but the consequences of a bad decision can last a lifetime. So never allow difficult circumstances to make permanent mistake for temporary problems. So that is it. That's our video today. Ensure you share the video and see you in the next video.